So you were the top salesperson. I mean, you didn't just make the top 10 leaderboard every month, you lapped all the other agents every single month. When agents started coming to you, the thought of building a team wasn't just a good idea, it was the obvious one, the reward for all of your hard work. But now you're an agency owner and things feel different. Leading the team is way harder than you imagined. The numbers aren't great. They might even be dipping a little bit. The fire you used to see in your team's eyes is gone. And if you're being honest, if it wasn't for your own personal production, you wouldn't really be making much of anything. You're working twice as hard for half the results. And a nagging question is starting to creep in. What if everything you thought made you a great seller is exactly what's stopping you from being a great leader? Welcome back to Final Expense Telesales. My name is Dana Neeson, and today we're going to talk about the biggest, most dangerous myth in sales leadership, the idea that the best player automatically makes the best coach. If you're just now finding this channel, please give it a like, post a comment if you've learned something. I am the owner of Empower Life Group. We are a remote telesales agency specializing in simplified issue life. My job is to help you have stronger, more sophisticated sales conversations, but I'm also here to take great agents and make them unstoppable leaders. So, this is a trap that countless companies and new agency owners fall right into because it's built on something that feels true. You can't lead a sales team if you haven't carried the bag yourself. But from there, we make a fatal leap in logic. Assuming the skills of a superstar seller are the same skills needed to be a superstar leader. They are not. This flawed thinking gives birth to the hero leader. That's the person who, despite the new title, just can't let go of the thrill of closing. They still see themselves as the number one producer, the closer who's always at the top of the leaderboard. And you tell yourself leading by example is showing the team how it's done. But what you're really doing is creating a cycle of dependency. And the data backs this up. Teams without dedicated leadership-led coaching often see performance stall out, with some reports showing quota attainment in businesses hovering below 50% for many sales roles. You aren't leading from the front, you're actually standing in the way. You've become the bottleneck for your entire team. I'm going to tell you a story about a manager that we're going to call Alex. Alex was a charismatic, relentless master closer. He could write $50,000 months in his sleep. When Alex decided to start a team, agents were lining up to get the coveted spots. But then things started to go sideways. A new agent would get stuck on an objection, but when they looked for help, Alex was on one of his own sales calls. Another rep would need carrier advice on a prospect with 10 medications, but Alex was busy writing another policy. On the surface, it looked like heroic dedication. Alex was still bringing in the revenue. But underneath, the damage was spreading. First, Alex was creating an impossible standard. The team would watch their leader with a decade of deep experience and a huge lead budget and just feel defeated. How could they ever replicate that? Instead of being inspired, they were demotivated. Second, Alex was creating stagnation, not development. Since Alex was never around to coach them, the team's growth stalled. They weren't learning a sales process, understanding their numbers, or overcoming objections because the one person who could teach them was always focused on his own pen. The team wasn't being developed, they were being neglected. This is a direct path to high turnover, which is already a major issue in sales. Attrition is a huge problem. And finally, Alex was burning out fast. Trying to be the team's top seller and a leader isn't one job, it's two. And it's a recipe for chaos. This isn't leadership, it's survival mode. Alex wasn't building a team, Alex was just managing a to-do list that never, ever ended. So if Alex's story feels a little too familiar, it's because you're caught in the same trap. But there is a way out, and it starts with a fundamental mindset shift. Your job is no longer to be the best player on the field. Your job is to be the best coach for the players on the field. Your success is no longer managed by the business you personally write. It's measured by the success of your people. Your drive has to shift from chasing personal achievement to being obsessed with developing others. You have to go from being the hero of the story to being the guide who helps your team members become heroes in their own story. This requires a new gold standard for success. The old standard was your name at the top of the leaderboard. The new standard is a team that can hit its numbers month after month without you padding the production. And it's about evolving from a super seller into a force multiplier. So how do you actually make this shift? Well, it all comes down to 3 core pillars. Pillar 1, become an obsessive coach. And I don't mean just asking how many leads did you order in your weekly one-on-one. I mean becoming truly obsessed with the individual skill development of every person on your team. The research is overwhelmingly clear on this. When leaders set dedicated times for coaching, their teams see dramatic improvements in performance and retention. So what does it look like? It means you pull back on personal production and start maybe reviewing call recordings, find teachable moments, play objection handling games. Instead of being number 1 on the leaderboard, you have to sit with them and ask questions that help make them better. A powerful technique that we use sometimes is the objection war room. Set aside time for the whole team to role play the toughest objections they're facing. This builds a collective playbook and normalizes the struggle, which makes everybody stronger. Hey, if you're getting value out of this and you're ready to stop being a hero and start becoming a legendary coach, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. We drop content just like this every week to help you build a team that truly wins. Pillar number 2, build autonomy and ownership. The hero leader micromanages because deep down, they don't trust the team to win without them. A true coach does the opposite. They build systems that empower the team to win on their own. This means you have to delegate real responsibility. Give your agents clear ownership over their investment, their schedule, and their process. You set the what, the sales target, but you give them the freedom and the flexibility to implement the how. When you show people that you trust them, they start pouring their own creativity and energy into their work in a way micromanagement could never achieve. This isn't about abandoning your team, it's about providing the right support, clear expectations up front, solid training, and a safety net. This balance of freedom and accountability is where true ownership is born. Your agents will start thinking like business owners of their patch, not just employees waiting for instructions. And pillar 3 is to create a culture of collaboration, not competition. The hero leader model, by its very nature, pits people against each other. Agents aren't just competing with their peers, they're competing with their own leader, and that is toxic. A coaching-focused leader knows that modern selling is a team sport, and activity builds a collaborative culture. So sometimes you have to shift the spotlight from pointing to just the top seller of the month to how did we as a team do as a whole. Start putting structures in place that reward this. Create mentorship programs where you reward veteran reps for helping new agents ramp up. When you get this right, a powerful self-sustaining system emerges. The team starts coaching itself. They share what's working. They help each other through slumps. They hold one another accountable. The myth of the superstar seller turned manager is a trap. It's a seductive idea that promotes the best of both worlds, but honestly, it delivers neither. It demotivates your people, creates a culture of dependency, and ultimately just burns you out. The real path to leadership excellence is a shift from player to coach. Your legendary as a leader won't be the size of the deals you closed yourself. It will be the number of successful people you developed. It will be measured by the strength and independence of the team that you built. So remember the 3 pillars. Become an obsessive coach, dedicating real time to developing your people. Build autonomy, giving your team the ownership they crave. And create a culture of collaboration where everyone wins together. Stop trying to be the hero of your team's story. Your job is to be the guide that helps them become heroes of their own. That is how you build a truly unstoppable team. Now, I want to hear from you. What's the single biggest challenge you faced making that jump from top producer to agency owner? Drop it in the comments below and let's get a conversation going. If you'd like more information on how to join our team, all of my contact information to attend a group opportunity call is in the description below of this video, and I will see you on the next video.